The Portal Pilot. How one airman evacuated America's darkest secrets through space and time. Welcome back to Untold Vietnam Chronicles, where we dive into the most incredible technological secrets that challenge the very fabric of space and time during the Vietnam conflict's final days. Tonight, we're uncovering perhaps the most extraordinary evacuation operation in military history, the emergency protocol activated during the fall of Saigon that used experimental teleportation technology to instantly transport the most classified personnel, documents, and equipment through spatial rifts to secure locations, leaving no trace of America's most sensitive operations. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button for more shocking revelations about the secret technologies that made science fiction into military reality during humanity's darkest hours. Like this video if you want to discover how Captain Michael Thompson became America's first portal pilot, operating experimental spatial rift generators that could transport entire facilities through dimensional barriers while ensuring that no classified evidence would fall into enemy hands during the chaotic evacuation of Saigon. And let me know in the comments where you're watching from. I love connecting with our global community of advanced technology researchers. Now prepare yourself for the ultimate escape story that transcends the boundaries of space itself, because tonight we're exploring Operation Exodus, the final protocol where teleportation became the ultimate security measure, proving that America's most dangerous secrets would vanish into space and time rather than face capture by any earthly force. Chapter 1: The Spatial Engineer. Captain Michael Thompson was recruited for Operation Exodus not as a conventional pilot, but as someone whose advanced degrees in theoretical physics from MIT and demonstrated expertise in experimental aerospace technology made him ideal for missions involving spatial manipulation and dimensional travel that exceeded conventional transportation capabilities. Thompson's academic background included groundbreaking research into wormhole physics, spatial fold technology, and dimensional transportation theory that had remained classified until military scientists developed practical applications for instantaneous travel across vast distances and dimensional barriers. His flight training had been specifically enhanced with instruction in spatial navigation and dimensional stability that prepared him for operations involving transportation through artificially created spatial rifts that challenged fundamental understanding of physics and conventional concepts of distance and location. Dr. Sarah Chen, the program's chief spatial physicist, had identified Thompson as possessing the rare combination of theoretical knowledge, operational capability, and psychological stability necessary to operate transportation systems that could violate conventional physics while maintaining tactical effectiveness and mission security. Operation Exodus was based on breakthrough discoveries in spatial manipulation, dimensional fold technology, and emergency evacuation procedures that could transport critical personnel and materials instantly across any distance while maintaining complete operational security and leaving no trace for enemy detection. Thompson's aircraft, designated Portal 1, was equipped with experimental spatial rift generators that could create artificial wormholes and dimensional portals while maintaining structural integrity during transportation through spatial barriers that challenged conventional understanding of physics and engineering. The portal technology was based on discoveries in quantum field manipulation, spatial geometry, and dimensional travel that had been achieved through classified research programs decades ahead of publicly known physics, while creating capabilities that exceeded conventional transportation by orders of magnitude. Thompson's mission was to demonstrate that portal evacuation could provide security advantages that exceeded conventional escape methods while establishing protocols for emergency transportation that could preserve classified operations regardless of tactical circumstances or enemy capabilities. Chapter 2: The Dimensional Arsenal. Thompson's training in portal warfare involved mastering spatial physics concepts that bordered on science fiction while learning to coordinate transportation operations that could move personnel and equipment instantly across dimensional barriers with precision that exceeded conventional navigation systems. The portal generation systems installed in Portal 1 utilized advanced spatial field manipulators that could create stable wormholes and dimensional rifts while providing real-time control over portal destination coordinates and transportation capacity that exceeded conventional aircraft limitations. Thompson's spatial arsenal included portal generators that could create transportation rifts of varying sizes, dimensional stabilizers that could maintain portal integrity during complex complex evacuation operations, and navigation systems that could calculate optimal portal destinations across dimensional barriers. But perhaps most remarkably, Thompson's portal systems could create temporal displacement effects that allowed transportation not just across space but through time itself, enabling evacuation operations that could place personnel and materials in alternate temporal locations for ultimate security. Thompson's operational training required him to understand spatial geometry, dimensional physics, and portal mechanics at levels that exceeded what university physics programs could provide, while developing practical skills for dimensional navigation and emergency evacuation through artificial wormholes. The portal technology could create evacuation capabilities that exceeded conventional transportation while providing security advantages that made detection and interception impossible for enemy forces operating according to conventional physics and tactical assumptions. Thompson's capabilities included creating instant transportation portals, coordinating complex multidimensional evacuations, and establishing secure dimensional destinations that could protect classified operations regardless of enemy capabilities or conventional tactical limitations. Chapter 3: The Test Evacuation. Thompson's initial portal operation involved evacuating a compromised research facility that contained experimental weapons technology that could not be allowed to fall into enemy hands, while testing portal evacuation capabilities under operational conditions that simulated emergency protocols. The target facility was located deep in enemy territory where conventional evacuation would be impossible due to hostile forces and tactical conditions that exceeded what normal transportation could overcome, while portal technology offered the only viable evacuation option. Thompson's portal analysis revealed optimal spatial coordinates for dimensional rift creation that could transport the entire facility contents, including personnel, equipment, and classified documents, through artificial wormholes to secure locations without leaving evidence of American operations. His portal evacuation procedure began with systematic spatial field generation that created stable dimensional rifts while coordinating transportation sequences that could move complex facilities through artificial wormholes without affecting operational integrity or personnel safety. Thompson's precision portal control achieved complete facility evacuation, including sensitive equipment and classified personnel, while leaving no trace that could reveal American capabilities or provide intelligence value to enemy forces conducting post-evacuation analysis. The test evacuation demonstrated that portal technology could provide security advantages that exceeded conventional escape methods, while proving that spatial transportation could preserve classified operations under conditions that would guarantee compromise through normal evacuation procedures. But perhaps most importantly, Thompson's portal evacuation achieved complete operational security through dimensional transportation that eliminated all evidence while providing instant relocation to secure facilities that exceeded enemy reach or detection capabilities. Chapter 4: The Emergency Protocol. Following successful test operations, Thompson was assigned to develop comprehensive evacuation protocols for Operation Exodus that could preserve America's most classified programs during the anticipated fall of Saigon, while ensuring that no sensitive operations would be compromised through enemy capture. Thompson's emergency protocol involved systematic identification of critical personnel, classified equipment, and sensitive documents that required portal evacuation, while establishing dimensional destination coordinates that could provide optimal security for relocated operations and personnel. His evacuation planning included techniques for creating multiple simultaneous portals that could transport entire facilities and operational units through dimensional barriers while maintaining coordination and operational integrity during complex emergency transportation procedures. Thompson's protocol development required comprehensive analysis of spatial logistics and dimensional transportation capacity, while creating evacuation sequences that could preserve classified operations regardless of tactical circumstances or conventional escape route availability. The emergency protocol included contingency planning for portal evacuation under combat conditions, while ensuring that spatial transportation could operate effectively despite enemy interference in battlefield conditions that would eliminate conventional evacuation options. Thompson's evacuation procedures could protect America's most sensitive operations through dimensional transportation transportation that exceeded enemy capabilities for detection or interception, while providing instant relocation to secure facilities that guaranteed operational continuity. But perhaps most crucially, Thompson's protocols ensured that portal evacuation would leave no evidence of American operations, while creating complete operational security through spatial transportation that eliminated conventional intelligence gathering opportunities for enemy forces. Chapter 5: The Saigon Countdown. As North Vietnamese forces approached Saigon and conventional evacuation procedures proved inadequate for protecting classified operations, Thompson received orders to implement Operation Exodus protocols that would preserve America's most sensitive programs through emergency portal evacuation. Thompson's mission analysis revealed that conventional evacuation could not protect the volume of classified materials and personnel that required transportation, while portal technology offered the only viable method for preserving operational security during the chaotic final days of American involvement. His operational planning included identification of priority evacuation targets, including experimental weapons facilities, classified research programs, and sensitive intelligence operations that could not be abandoned without creating catastrophic security compromises and strategic disadvantages. Thompson's portal evacuation required coordination with multiple classified facilities while maintaining operational security that prevented enemy forces from detecting or understanding the spatial transportation capabilities that exceeded conventional military technology and tactical understanding. The Saigon Countdown created unprecedented urgency for portal operations as conventional evacuation procedures became increasingly impossible, while portal technology provided the only method for preserving classified operations without creating intelligence compromises. Thompson's spatial transportation planning included multiple dimensional destination coordinates while ensuring that portal evacuation could operate continuously despite combat conditions and enemy interference that would eliminate conventional transportation options and evacuation procedures. But perhaps most critically, Thompson's portal operations had to maintain complete secrecy while providing evacuation capabilities that exceeded conventional understanding and prevented enemy forces from discovering spatial transportation technology that exceeded their tactical comprehension. Chapter 6: The Classified Exodus. Thompson's implementation of Operation Exodus involved systematic portal evacuation of America's most sensitive operations, including experimental weapons programs, advanced technology research, and classified intelligence assets that could not be allowed to fall under enemy control. His portal operations included evacuation of Project Phoenix personnel whose psychological warfare capabilities exceeded conventional military applications, while spatial transportation provided the only method for preserving operational continuity and preventing enemy acquisition of advanced capabilities. Thompson's dimensional evacuation included transportation of experimental aircraft and advanced weapons systems through artificial wormholes, while ensuring that classified technology would not provide enemy forces with strategic advantages or technological insights that exceeded their current capabilities. His spatial transportation operations included evacuation of classified research facilities whose technological developments exceeded publicly known science, while portal evacuation provided optimal security for preserving advanced capabilities and preventing enemy technological advancement through captured equipment. Thompson's portal evacuation achieved transportation of entire operational units, including personnel, equipment, and classified materials, while maintaining operational integrity and security that exceeded what conventional evacuation could accomplish under emergency conditions. The classified exodus included evacuation of intelligence operations and surveillance programs whose capabilities exceeded conventional military applications, while portal transportation provided optimal security for preserving sensitive operations and preventing enemy intelligence acquisition. But perhaps most significantly, Thompson's portal evacuation included transportation of personnel whose knowledge and capabilities exceeded conventional military training, while spatial relocation provided optimal security for preserving advanced human resources and preventing enemy acquisition of specialized expertise. Chapter 7: The Dimensional Network. Thompson's portal operations revealed that spatial evacuation required establishment of secure dimensional destinations that could accommodate relocated operations while providing optimal security and operational continuity for evacuated personnel and classified programs. His dimensional network included multiple secure locations that existed outside conventional geographic detection, while providing optimal conditions for continued operation of evacuated programs and personnel through spatial transportation that exceeded enemy reach or intelligence capabilities. Thompson's portal destinations included advanced facilities that could accommodate evacuated research programs while providing technological capabilities that exceeded conventional installations through dimensional placement that optimized security and operational effectiveness. His spatial network planning included coordination between multiple dimensional locations while ensuring that portal transportation could maintain operational communication and logistical support for evacuated programs through artificial wormhole connections that exceeded conventional limitations. Thompson's dimensional network created strategic advantages through portal evacuation that could preserve American capabilities while providing operational flexibility that exceeded conventional military installations through spatial placement that optimized tactical and strategic effectiveness. The network establishment included development of portal communication systems that could maintain coordination between dimensional locations while providing command and control capabilities that exceeded conventional military communication through artificial wormhole technology. But perhaps most importantly, Thompson's dimensional network provided strategic depth that exceeded conventional geographic limitations while creating operational security that eliminated enemy capabilities for detection or interference through spatial barriers that exceeded conventional tactical understanding. Chapter 8: The Temporal Evacuation. Thompson's advanced portal operations revealed that spatial transportation could include temporal displacement that allowed evacuation not just across space, but through time itself, providing ultimate security through transportation to alternate temporal locations that exceeded enemy reach across dimensional barriers. His temporal evacuation capabilities included portal generation that could transport personnel and equipment to different time periods while maintaining operational continuity and security through temporal barriers that exceeded conventional detection and interception capabilities. Thompson's temporal portal operations included evacuation of classified programs to past and future time coordinates while ensuring the temporal transportation maintained operational integrity and prevented paradox effects that could compromise evacuation effectiveness or security. His temporal evacuation planning required understanding of temporal mechanics and paradox prevention while creating transportation protocols that could preserve classified operations through temporal barriers without affecting historical continuity or creating temporal conflicts. Thompson's temporal portal capabilities could provide ultimate evacuation security through transportation to time periods that exceeded enemy temporal reach while maintaining operational effectiveness and continuity for evacuated programs and personnel. The temporal evacuation included development of temporal communication systems that could maintain coordination across time barriers while providing command and control capabilities that exceeded conventional temporal limitations through advanced portal technology. But perhaps most remarkably, Thompson's temporal evacuation provided strategic advantages that exceeded conventional security through transportation to temporal locations that eliminated enemy capabilities for detection or interference regardless of conventional tactical or strategic capabilities. Chapter 9: The Portal War. Thompson's continued portal operations revealed that enemy forces had detected spatial evacuation activities and were developing countermeasures designed to prevent portal evacuation while creating the potential for dimensional conflicts that exceeded conventional warfare through spatial manipulation and dimensional interference. His detection of enemy portal countermeasures indicated sophisticated understanding of spatial transportation while revealing capabilities for dimensional interference that could disrupt portal evacuation and create tactical challenges for spatial transportation operations and security. The discovery of dimensional conflict created strategic challenges that exceeded conventional military planning, as portal warfare could affect spatial transportation capabilities while generating conflicts that operated through dimensional manipulation rather than conventional tactical operations. Thompson's counter-portal operations required techniques for protecting spatial evacuation from enemy dimensional interference while maintaining portal capabilities that could overcome hostile spatial manipulation and dimensional countermeasures through superior portal technology and operational procedures. His portal defense missions included identification of enemy dimensional interference while developing countermeasures that could neutralize hostile spatial manipulation through superior portal generation and dimensional control capabilities that exceeded enemy technological understanding. But the portal war also created possibilities for escalating dimensional conflicts that could affect spatial stability beyond military control, while generating effects that exceeded conventional warfare through dimensional manipulation that challenged fundamental physics and spatial integrity. Thompson's role in portal warfare required balancing evacuation effectiveness with dimensional stability while developing spatial transportation capabilities that could counter enemy portal interference without creating uncontrollable effects on space and time. Chapter 10: The Reality Breach. Thompson's intensive portal operations began creating cumulative effects on spatial stability that threatened fundamental dimensional integrity while generating unexpected interactions between artificial wormholes that exceeded theoretical physics predictions and operational safety parameters. His dimensional transportation activities had created spatial distortions that began affecting the fundamental structure of space and time while generating portal resonance effects that exceeded design parameters and created potential for dimensional collapse or reality breach. Thompson's portal evacuation operations revealed that intensive spatial manipulation could create permanent alterations in dimensional structure while generating effects that might persist beyond operational requirements with consequences that exceeded theoretical understanding and safety predictions. The reality breach included temporal anomalies and spatial distortions that began affecting present conditions while creating uncertainty about fundamental aspects of existence and causality that exceeded conventional physics and operational planning. Thompson's portal operations had inadvertently created feedback loops between artificial wormholes that amplified dimensional effects while generating exponential increases in spatial instability that threatened the integrity of conventional space and time. But perhaps most concerning was the discovery that portal evacuation might be affecting the fundamental structure of reality itself while creating effects that exceeded operational objectives and generated risks that surpassed tactical advantages and strategic benefits. The reality breach demonstrated that portal evacuation could create uncontrollable effects that exceeded security advantages while generating risks to fundamental existence that required immediate intervention to prevent catastrophic dimensional collapse and reality failure. Chapter 11: The Stabilization Mission. Thompson's response to dimensional instability required him to develop portal stabilization techniques that could preserve spatial integrity while maintaining evacuation capabilities that could complete Operation Exodus without creating catastrophic effects on space and time. His stabilization procedures involved systematic elimination of excessive portal generation while creating dimensional barriers that could prevent further spatial instability through sacrifice of some evacuation capabilities that had contributed to dimensional stress and reality distortion. Thompson's dimensional stabilization required coordination with theoretical physicists and portal engineers to create unified action that could prevent reality breach while preserving essential evacuation capabilities that protected classified operations without compromising fundamental spatial integrity. The stabilization operation achieved success in preventing dimensional collapse while maintaining critical evacuation capabilities that could complete Operation Exodus objectives through careful portal management that balanced operational requirements with spatial stability. Thompson's stabilization procedures preserved essential portal evacuation while eliminating excessive dimensional manipulation that had created spatial instability and reality distortion beyond acceptable operational parameters and safety requirements. But the dimensional stabilization also required sacrificing some evacuation capabilities that could have provided additional security advantages while creating operational limitations that reduced portal effectiveness for comprehensive classified program protection. The stabilization mission demonstrated that portal evacuation required balancing operational effectiveness with dimensional responsibility while proving that spatial transportation created risks that exceeded tactical benefits when dimensional stability was threatened. Chapter 12: The Final Portal. Thompson's ultimate Operation Exodus mission involved completing classified evacuation while implementing permanent dimensional safeguards that would prevent future portal operations from threatening spatial stability and fundamental reality integrity. The final portal operation required transportation of remaining classified materials and personnel while establishing dimensional barriers that would eliminate future spatial manipulation capabilities that could threaten reality integrity or fundamental space-time stability. Thompson's final evacuation achieved complete protection of America's most sensitive operations while implementing portal limitation protocols that would prevent future dimensional transportation from creating spatial instability or reality distortion beyond acceptable parameters. His ultimate portal mission established permanent safeguards that eliminated excessive spatial transportation while preserving essential classified operations through evacuation that achieved security objectives without compromising fundamental dimensional integrity or reality stability. Thompson's final operation demonstrated that portal evacuation could achieve ultimate security objectives while maintaining responsibility for dimensional stability that exceeded tactical advantages and operational effectiveness when fundamental reality was threatened. The final portal established precedents for spatial transportation that balanced operational effectiveness with dimensional responsibility while proving that portal evacuation must serve security objectives without compromising fundamental existence and reality integrity. Epilogue: The Guardian of Dimensional Integrity. Captain Michael Thompson's development of portal evacuation capabilities established spatial transportation as humanity's most powerful security technology while demonstrating that dimensional manipulation must balance operational effectiveness with responsibility for fundamental reality and space-time integrity. His portal operations proved that spatial transportation could achieve ultimate security objectives while revealing that dimensional manipulation created responsibilities that exceeded tactical advantages when fundamental reality was threatened through excessive portal generation and spatial instability. Thompson's innovations in portal evacuation influenced theoretical physics research while establishing safeguards that prevent spatial transportation from threatening dimensional stability and fundamental existence through excessive dimensional manipulation and reality distortion. The Operation Exodus programs that Thompson pioneered created understanding of portal technology while demonstrating that spatial transportation must serve security objectives while maintaining responsibility for dimensional integrity that exceeded operational effectiveness when fundamental reality was threatened. Modern physics research includes safeguards that trace their origins to Thompson's dimensional protection protocols, while current spatial transportation theory continues building upon discoveries about portal technology that must preserve reality integrity rather than compromise fundamental existence. Thompson's legacy includes both the knowledge of portal capabilities and the wisdom to preserve dimensional stability rather than exploiting spatial transportation for operational advantages that could threaten fundamental reality and space-time integrity. Today, Thompson's contributions to portal physics continue influencing spatial transportation research, while his dimensional protection experience provides crucial insights into the ethical responsibilities of technologies that could affect fundamental reality and existence. His story demonstrates that portal capabilities require wisdom that exceeds technological potential, while proving that spatial transportation represents ultimate responsibility for preserving fundamental reality rather than maximizing operational advantages that could compromise existence itself. The portal pilot achieved ultimate spatial transportation capabilities while learning that the greatest security was preserving fundamental reality rather than achieving operational advantages that could eliminate the dimensional stability that makes existence possible. In the end, Thompson's portal experience proved that protecting fundamental reality required balancing operational effectiveness with dimensional responsibility, while demonstrating that spatial transportation must serve security without compromising the space-time integrity that makes reality possible. His portal capabilities could transport anything across space and time, while his greatest achievement was preserving dimensional stability that maintained fundamental reality rather than exploiting spatial transportation without consideration for existence itself. itself. The pilot who mastered space and time learned that ultimate evacuation meant preserving the dimensional framework that makes existence possible, while proving that portal technology required responsibility that exceeded operational effectiveness and tactical advantages. Thompson's legacy reminds us that spatial transportation must serve security while preserving dimensional integrity rather than compromising fundamental reality for operational advantages that could eliminate the space-time stability that makes existence meaningful. The Dimensional Guardian's greatest lesson was that portal evacuation achieved ultimate security through preserving the fundamental reality that makes evacuation meaningful, while proving that spatial transportation must serve existence rather than compromise the dimensional integrity that sustains all reality.